Hello, pile number one. Today we are together here because we are going to make a reading about your future house, about your home, how your home is going to be when you get married, what kind of home you are going to have. We are going to take some cards, and you chose the pile number one with the letter M and the number 13. So let's see how your home is going to be, pile number one. We usually talk about marriage and we talk about partners, we talk about relationships, but we haven't yet spoke about the ambient. So the place where we are going to live, or at least the energy of that place. So this is something that I'm very curious about, and I wanted to make a reading for you on that theme so that we can also see what is going on that topic. Everyone loves different type of houses, and we all feel comfortable in a different kind of ambient. And of course, it is very connected with the culture where we are living, the building and everything else. However, I think that let me take some tarot. I think that we never know where we are going to end up. Everything is possible, basically. It is possible that we fantasize about one type of house, and then at the end totally different kind of house comes our way. So we are going to now see what kind of home you're going to have, pile number one. Let's open your cards. We have appreciation and gratitude, the potential union of duality, communication from the heart. We have flirt. We have Two of Wands, Three of Wands, interesting, and Ten of Swords, okay? Then we have gratitude and we have forgive. Okay, so we are going to now look at the physical material aspect of the house where you're going to be living, and we are going to look into the energies of your home. So pile number one. What I can tell you immediately with the card that you chose is that you're going to have a quite traditional house. Traditional, by that I mean it's not going to be a modern house, and it's not going to be something abstract, to say it like that. It is going to be very beautiful traditional house. So depending what is traditional for you, that will depend about the place of where you are living and how people there are building their houses. This same way and this same kind of building and structure you are going to have. So it's going to be very cozy, homey. You will feel it will be very warm, and it is going to have all of the segments that you already known. Like if you were when you were growing up, some things and segments from the places where you were growing up or where you are now living are going to be the same in the house where you are going to live with your partner, with your spouse. So to see it like this, what I see from here is, first of all, you're going to be very, very, very grateful for the house or the place where you're going to be living. Because it will be something that you have been waiting for long, and you will definitely cherish it. What I can say to you with these two cards, it's very interesting that both of them are looking ahead, across mountains, across the sea. So since this is general reading, we have to include everything in. And for some of you, your house is going to be seaside like we see here, and for some of you, your house is going to be placed on the mountains like we see here. But what I see definitely is that the house is going to be positioned somewhere close to the nature. So you will have some kind of natural ambient very close to your house. Is it going to be a mountainside or a seaside? We cannot fully confirm because there are a lot of energy that we are now feeling here. The other thing that I can also say is that your home, your future house could be somewhere further away. It could even be in some other country or on some other continent for some of you. I see that it could be abroad. So your home doesn't have to necessarily be where you are, and probably it will be somewhere else pile number 1. With the potential and the union of duality, I feel again that combination of nature and of human structure. Your house is going to be very, very united with nature. It is going to be a good balance between the human-made materials and the nature around it. So it's not going to be, you know, those kind of houses when it is nature and then they just like they just put some kind of cube there and it you feel like it doesn't belong. Well, your house is not going to be like that. It is going to be fully incorporated into the natural ambient, and you'll have a lot of nature around you. I believe, pile number 1, that you love nature very much, because I feel that so much in all of these cards. With this 10 of Swords, what I specifically feel is that the nature is something that you need to heal. That nature is making you calm, that nature is making you feel steady, relaxed, that you don't love a lot of noise, that you don't love places where there are too many people, when there is too many loudness from traffic or from... I mean, some people love that because they feel alive, but you don't love it, pile number 1. You need that peace. You need that quietness, you need that peace, you need that quietness. And again, we see repeated gratitude. And this is actually what is really popping out in this reading. Your feeling of being finally settled down. So when you will have that place with your spouse, you will really be grateful for it, which means that you are going to be very satisfied, very happy. You're going to feel at peace. And that peace is going to allow you to heal from everything that was burdening you. Or even if you would have a new problem or new obstacle, this place, this ambient, that place where you will be living, will bring so much peace and clarity that it will be much more easier to go through any kind of problem. With communication from the heart, I can say that communication from the heart, that means that the ambient of the place, ambient energy of the house is going to be so warm that whoever comes inside is going to feel like they are home. So when you invite your friends or parents or parents-in-law, or whoever comes there is going to feel like they are feeling comfortable. They don't feel uncomfortable there, and they can open up, they can talk, they can be natural. They don't feel like guests, they don't feel like something very bad, some kind of bad energies there. They don't feel like anything is interrupting their comfortability. And what I can also say with this flirt is that you're going to have a really beautiful bedroom, pile number 1. So you're going to make that bedroom space as something really special, because we see this card, the only card that it is there from this deck, and it is pointing on this flirtation, and we see them basically again. Maybe the bedroom will have a beautiful window that is again going to look on some kind of sea or lake, or as we said, for some of you, even mountain it could be. But as we see, we have more presence of water everywhere, so I assume that it is going to be somewhere near the water, pile number 1. So I can imagine with this card some kind of very beautiful romantic bedroom with a huge window that is going to be like an opening sight to the nature out on the lake, like we see here on sea or seaside. Very beautiful and very beautiful idea. I think that bedroom is going to be the heart of your house. It's going to be the most beautiful part of your house. With this forgive, I could say that how I feel like it is fitting here. It is because we see this house, we see on this little like I don't know. I would say that it is even part of the balloon that it is going out. That is how I would say, and it is beyond above the ground. above the ground. So it is like it is floating above the ground. And with that site, I would say that the house, the place where you're going to live is going to be in a certain way isolated. It's not going to be in the middle of the city. It's not going to be in the middle of the village, anywhere where the people are around. I have a feeling like the house is going to have a lot of nature around, and it's going to have a lot of peace, and that means that not many people will live around you. You really have like some kind of part of the land or area for yourself, for your privacy, for you. And I think with this card, I really feel the nighttime, because look at those stars and look at this beautiful moon. And I feel like at the night, you will just, hear the nature, crickets or other animals in the morning, like birds when you get up. It is going to feel like you are living on the cloud, like you are living in some kind of parallel dimension where stress is not there, you're waking up with the sun, you are going to sleep with the moon. It seems like you are going to be really in tune with the nature and natural cycluses. And it is very beautiful, 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 beautiful reading. So pile number 1, this is how your house is going to look like, and the ambience and the energy of your house is going to feel like. I hope that you enjoy this reading, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like or share. If you are following me longer, I am very, very grateful for your presence, and I'm very happy to have you here. See you very soon, pile number 1. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. Today's reading is going to be all about the house, about the home, about the place where you are going to be living with your future spouse. We are always talking about, this one flew and these two as well, so we are going to take them all. We are always talking about the marriage and relationships and people and how they feel. But what came to my mind is also the 3D world, so something that we also have, and it is part of our reality. And what I wanted to do is to make this reading to see more about your house, more about the place where you are going to live with your partner, where you are going to live with your future partner. Some people have a vision. They have some kind of feeling where they want to live, how their dream house looks like and so on. And some don't know and don't even care about that thing. They just want to feel good, so we are all different and we cannot really know. We cannot really say for everyone. Everyone has a different preferences. But however, today we are going to ask about you, and we are going to ask about your future house, pile number 2. So with the card that you chose beautiful white door, and you chose number 18, yes, and letter R. So with that being said, I can tell you right away that the house that you are going to live in is going to be somehow modern. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into the reading. The heart opens itself. Become whole, healing, acceptance, polarity, keep an open mind, reframe, nourish. Okay. We are not going to read reverses on this topic. No need for that. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. So, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So, let's see the entire reading, pile number 2. So, we already said that the house you're going to have will most probably be modern style. What that means? That means minimalism. Nice, smooth, simple, big surfaces. A lot of geometrical form. Is it cubes or triangles? Anything that fits in the modern architecture. something very up to date, something very modern, something very recent, we could say popular these days, something which is also practical with those kind of forms. And now we can move a little bit more about through the ambience and everything else. So I can already now tell you that you are not going to have only one house, because with this keep an open mind and the Wheel of Fortune, I have a feeling like you are going to either have more houses or you are going to change residence. Pile number 2, you are specific. For pile number 1, we received exactly the type and the ambience and the feeling of the house. But here I feel something different. So let's tune in. The heart opens itself and the Wheel of Fortune. This tells me that you do not have a physical home. At least you don't feel that there is such thing as a physical home. Your home is with people. So your home, you find your home where the people that you love are. And when that person is close to you, you feel at home. So for you, it doesn't matter in what kind of house you are living or in what kind of which part of the world you are living. For you, it is very important that you are with the person that you love. You don't have strong preferences about the appearance of the houses. You like everything that you like, simple. You like everything that you like. And with this, the heart opens itself. I feel strongly that whatever space you enter, you're going to make it your own. You're going to put something inside that you are going to you will own the place with your things, with your energy, with your style. You're going to insert part of you, and that is how you're going to make it yours. With this become whole healing, and with this empty space, we see that the house that you are going to live in, or houses that you are going to live in, are going to have a lot of open space. And I think that maybe for some of you were growing up in a smaller places. You didn't have the big places, or you had to share rooms with other people, or you didn't have that opportunity to have, for example, some people love big kitchens, some people love big rooms, some people love big bedroom. You know, it is really, really depending about the person. However, I feel that maybe you didn't have that opportunity to live in the big space. So your future home and your future space is going to have those big rooms, maybe high ceilings. That is also something that I feel. High ceilings. And I feel that your future house is going to have like more floors. So it will definitely be a house with a more than one floor, maybe 2 or maybe even 3 floors house. Become whole healing is something that I feel that space, that open space, gives you space for breathing. Now what is coming to me is maybe you love yoga, maybe you love meditation, maybe you love activities for which you need this open space. What also came now into my mind as a mental picture is a space created from the glass. You know, those galleries that it is not open space, but it is like framed with glass, and inside you can sit, inside you can do whatever you want, but it is so big, it is so huge, and you still see outside, you know, because it is glass, it is transparent. Acceptance, polarity, and 6 of Cups. So I would say that your future house is definitely going to be made or created or bought with your spouse, with your future spouse, and you are going to select and choose the place as a team. So it's not going to be like they are going to just buy it and then say, voila, this is your house, this is our new house, or you are going to choose it for them and then you're going to say, this is not. No, you're going to do everything together, because you're going to be very connected concerning that, very connected concerning the whole idea of building the future together in unity. And the thing is that your partner and you will probably not share the same taste for ambience, but since you will be so much connected, and you will appreciate each other so much, you will both bend towards each other to the point where you're going to meet. And where you're going to meet is that for both of you, what is important is that you have a home that you can nourish, the home that it is yours. It is going to be, like a happy home full of good energy, warmth. With this card, I also have a feeling like your home is going to always be filled with food. You will always have a lot of food in your home. I don't know, maybe because you will be welcoming many people, maybe because you will want to have always something to offer somebody if somebody is coming over. But I have a feeling like the home is going to be in a way rich. It will have a lot of food or drinks, or maybe some kind of place where you are keeping all of those things. And I have a feeling like in the house, whatever house is and wherever it is, you are going to have this little room that is going to be your room for something. For some of you, I feel like maybe it will be a working room. For some of you, maybe it will be a little library. For some of you, maybe it will be just a little room where you sit and you meditate or practice exercise, or paint or do some kind of art. For musicians, it could be a musical room. So many of you have in mind that this is general reading. However, I have that feeling like you are going to have your space in that house where you will be living. And with this polarity, like I said, even your partner and you are going to have different preferences. You will very easily come to the conclusions and choose where you need to be. I have a feeling with this Wheel of Fortune that your home is going to be on other place than where you are now living. It could be anywhere in the world. I have a feeling like the possibilities are endless with the Wheel of Fortune. But what I can tell you that this card is extremely positive, and it says whatever it happens at the end, whatever you end up in, whatever part of the world, it is going to be very fortunate. It is going to be very good, very favorable for you. Pile number 2. With this reframe, we come back to that idea that I was saying, that when you enter the space, you make it your own. With reframe, I have a feeling like you're the person who, for example, enters the room and you don't feel connected to the room, and then you go out, and I'm just giving the random examples. You go out and you buy a plant that you love and you put it there, and you bring the most beautiful painting that you feel connected with and you put it on the wall, and suddenly the space becomes yours. Suddenly it is a home. I have a feeling like you're a very creative person, and I have a feeling like you have a concept in your mind how things should look like. So you have a feeling for colors, for shapes. You have a feeling for what is nice, for tasty things, for beauty. You know how to recognize the beauty. So I have a feeling like wherever you will live, and like I said, it could be even more houses than one, that you have one house in one place and then summer or winter house on other place, something like that also. Whatever it is, it's going to be really, really beautiful, and you're going to feel very comfortable in. And you're not type of person who is very stiff. So you are very open for modifications and changes. I have a feeling with this keep an open mind that you love changes, that you love to reorganize things just to feel like the space is getting fresher or newer. And I have a feeling like you're not afraid to change the color of the wall or things like that. You can bear with changes very well. So pile number 2, this is going to be your house, and this is going to be the energy of the home and the house you are going to be living in with your future spouse. And I hope that you enjoyed. This is a really beautiful reading. I was thinking how it would be cool to actually make something like this, and I hope that it made you feel better inside, and that this is actually what you have been hoping for. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like or share, comment. I love reading the comments, and for all of you that are there following me, I want to say a big thank you for being there. I appreciate you a lot, and you are making me smile a lot when I read your comments. I wish you all the best, and see you very soon. Pile number 2. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. We are here today to make a reading about your future house, about your future home, that where you are going to be living with your future spouse. We are talking a lot about marriage. We are talking a lot about the relationships, about how they are, about how you are. But we are really talking about the 3D world, which is also part of our world. And that is why I came to this idea to make also this reading for you, pile number 3. I was thinking how it would be interesting to see in which kind of house you will be living one day, or what will be the energy of the place where you will be living one day. I'm very curious about that, so I decided to open up this spread and see what we can receive from answers concerning that. You chose the pile number 3, and with pile number 3 it came the letter U and the number 21. And already by looking the doors that you chose, I can say to you that your future house is going to have some kind of connections with fortresses, you know, like some kind of connection with some kind of medieval touch. Let's open your cards. Order, trust. Yes, even this is already fitting in. Transformation and completion. Communication from the heart. Give your relationship a chance. We are not going to read reversals in this reading, so I'm going to just place them how they need to be. So we have the Chariot, the 3 of Pentacles, we have 5 of Pentacles here, and we have Balance, and we have Regret. Okay. So, like I said, we are reading now for 3D world, so we are going to read the cards a little bit different, and we are going to try to puzzle this up and see more about the house where you are going to be living, pile number 3. So, like I already said, the house that you chose and that it's going to probably be your future home is going to have some elements of castle. Maybe it is going to be placed in the middle of the city or old part of the cities. You know how some cities have that old part where everything is made in the way how it was made a long time ago? Those neighborhoods are quite wealthy, they are quite fancy, but they are beautiful because they are placed within the city. Everything is very close. All the restaurants, all the best places, all the shops, all the stores, every event, the squares, you know, everything which is important, it is usually close to this place. And also what I see here is that you will be living close to some kind of, depending where you are. So this is a general reading, have that on your mind. So depending where you are going to be living close to the church, temple or mosque, depending of your religion and depending about the place where you are living. It is going to be some kind of sacred building next to it, which is also something natural for the old sides of the cities, all parts of the cities. It was always like that. It makes sense. So let's start. Order, trust, and the Chariot. I can tell to you immediately with this Chariot and with this order and trust that you are going to have, you will live in, not only in that place that I said. You see, here also we see some kind of elements of castle. And this window is also telling me that it has that medieval touch. I don't know a lot of impulses that it is something like that. Maybe something antique, maybe something old, something that was... not many people have privilege to live in those kind of places, pile number 3. So I assume that you are going to be privileged to live in that type of way, which is very good. So with this Chariot and with this Order and Trust, I can say that you around you there are going to be a traffic. There is going to be a traffic. Not like you will have a road in front of your face. No, the house is going to probably be very isolated from the traffic, and you will not have any kind of problem with that. You will probably have a personal garden, and it will look wonderful. However, outside of your fortress, it's going to be a living city. And like you will be very close to all events, like I said. So you just sit in the car, 3 minutes, you are there. And I also feel that with this Chariot, you are going to be like in the middle of movement. So like I said, whatever you want to do, everything will be very close and on its route, on your way. So pile number 3, with Order and Trust, I can say that this is the lifestyle for people who have a career, who are busy, who have to think about the time and the practical part and side of the place where they are living. And that is exactly what I feel for you. I feel that you will want to live in the middle of happenings, so that you don't spend hours and hours and hours on going somewhere by train or traveling somewhere by a bus or car. So you will live somewhere where you have everything on the palm of your hand. Everything is close. If you will be working, your work will be close. If your children will go to the kindergarten will close. If you want to go and pray or have any kind of religious actions anywhere, activities, not actions, you will have the church or the mosque or the temple or anything else on the palm of your hand. Or synagogue, yes, I forgot that. So there are many different institutions that can represent this building that we are talking, but it is connected with religion. With transformation and completion, we can say that here I feel like your life is going to completely transform. Your life is going to completely transform into something much more easier than before. So if you were having difficulties with the place where you are living, then in the future, with your future spouse, in your future home, all of those difficulties will disappear. You will really feel like where you are, that you belong to be there, and you will not feel left aside. If you were poor, let's say it like that, if you were not wealthy enough before or now, then we can say that you are going to have that security and that wealth in the future. I feel that you're going to have a bigger house, and it is going to be, like I said, in those kind of neighborhoods that only people with money can afford. So I have a feeling for you that you are going to be well situated. With this communication from the heart, I feel that your home is going to have a very warm energy. This also appeared in the pile number 2, and it is exactly what I was saying there. When you enter the house and when you feel like you are at home, when you come home and you feel that you feel safe, that the stress can go out, you feel like you can relax. Not every space and not every home has this energy. So your home is definitely going to have that, and the people that are gonna come into your home are going to really love to be there. So they will feel like home too. They will not feel like guests, and they will not feel uncomfortable at all. I also feel that you will have a lot of guests coming, many conversations happening there, and it will be beautiful, cozy, but big home. It's not going to be small. With this, give your relationship a chance. I could say that because we are now reading differently these cards, of course, because we are talking about 3D world. I could say that in this home, you are going to have a lot of intimate moments with your husband or wife, and that it is going to be a place where you are going to have a lot of moments where you will be spending time together, getting closer to each other. This could also be connected with bedrooms, so love making and getting more and more closer and intimate with your partner. I think that in this house it will be possible, and you will experience a lot of days that you are going to really enjoy with your future spouse. Now we see this balance card and this regret card. Of course, we are not, again, I have to repeat that, we are not reading the cards in the same way. So with this card, I definitely feel that you're going to have this, it seems to me like a private garden. So this little fortress or the castle is going to have a back side where the beautiful garden is going to be placed. It's almost like a secret jewel hidden from the street. When you enter, it is like oasis of peace, and it is beautiful, it is fresh, it is green. There are a lot of trees, beautiful grass. I see really a place that is part of the house that really shows me a lot of nature. You will love to spend time there with your future spouse. You will love to be there. You will love to just lay there. It will be your green part of life where you are going to spend a lot of time. Pile number 3. That is how I feel. And with this balance card, I have a feeling like again like the house is in the center of things, because we see that this reminds me of sides of the world and sides, like east, west, south, north. And I have a feeling like the house is going to be centered. So it will be I have a really strong feeling, pile number 3, that it is going to be in the center of the city, center of the happenings, that everything is going to be happening around this place. So you will have really practical and beautiful position for absolutely everything that you want. And the house itself is not going to be cold at all. It will be like I said, from outside it will seem like some kind of castle, but when you enter, the house is going to be very warm and beautiful. And I also have a feeling of those high ceilings, but that is also very characteristic for castles. And I have a feeling of that medieval touch concerning arrangement, inside of the house. I have a feeling like it's going to have a lot of brick, a lot of maybe big windows, maybe a different shape of windows, not squared windows, but you see a little bit, maybe like, a little bit atypical shapes of windows and so on and so on. And I feel, like I said, that from that house in the backside, it is going to be beautiful garden, that it's going to be the heart of the house, pile number 3. It is really beautiful. It is really beautiful reading. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you are happy to hear this information here. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share. I would really appreciate your support. And for those who are following me, I want to say a big thank you, pile number 3. I'm very happy to have you around. I'm very happy to read your comments. Have a beautiful time, and see you soon. Bye.